Welcome back, everyone. It is Sunday Sit Down time. Joining me tonight, I think it's your first time on Sunday Sit Down, the co-host of the big show, Brenden Schaeffer. How you doing? It is your first time on Sunday Sit Down, right?
It is, and I'm doing well. Thanks for having me. Very excited for this debut, and appreciate you taking the time to chat with me.
Well, obviously, you do also are a beat writer for KMOV in St. Louis on the St. Louis Cardinals. That's what I want to talk to you about today. Did you get a chance to watch today's game? And I'm curious overall thoughts on today's loss to the Reds.
Yeah, you know, that's just one of those games where Adam Wainwright, you figure he's going to be your ace starter and the guy you can rely upon the most, but he's not going to be on his game every single day out there, and you also got to score some runs to be able to help him out, and the Cardinals weren't able to do that today, and so you dropped the third game of a series against a division rival. You can live with it, though, considering you were able to take 2 out of 3. Cardinals moving along. They haven't been consistent every time out so far this season, but they're doing enough so far to certainly keep pace in the division.
Well, I'm curious your overall thoughts on the club this year, past today's game from, the start of the year to now. What are kind of your overall thoughts on what you've seen so far?
You know, it's interesting. The starting rotation was certainly thought to be an area of contention coming into the season for the Cardinals. You wondered about that depth behind Adam Wainwright. In the first week of the season, those questions and concerns were made to seem pretty real with the way Steven Matz and Miles Mikolas came out of the gate, not looking their sharpest. But since then, we've seen Mikolas come on strong, and Matz as well, the newcomer, has done a pretty good job of settling into the rotation. You saw a really good start from Dakota Hudson over the weekend, where he didn't allow any runs in nearly 7 innings. So the rotation being able to stabilize, I think, is a real key for the Cardinals. And we've seen them be able to do a lot of that over the last couple of weeks in particular. And then offensively, they still kind of have their fits and starts, right? Today was an example of that, where sometimes they're just not clicking on all cylinders. But more often than not, they've been able to come up with the runs necessary to get them enough wins to be where they are right now in the NL Central standings.
Well, you look at the big story headed into this year, and of course it was Albert Pujols, Yadier Molina, Adam Wainwright, all reunited again for this kind of final hurrah. What is that for Cardinals fans? I'm sure you've heard more than anyone. What kind of a historic season is this if they could make that kind of run? I know they want to know it's early, but if they do kind of make that run.
Yeah, it's a really special and cool thing, and for people that remember Albert Pujols and how fantastic he was with the Cardinals during that first 11 years of his career, I don't think that many of us thought that he would be back in St. Louis actually playing for the team again, and it was just kind of a perfect storm where you had a shortened spring training, you had an opportunity for a DH or a bench bat to be added from the right side, and Albert Pujols obviously still provides power, especially against left-handed pitching, and so the Cardinals decided, hey, let's make this happen. You knew that Adam Wainwright, Yadier Molina were going to be chasing that record for the most starts as a battery in Major League history. They're on track to be able to still complete that. And then just adding Albert Pujols to the mix, it's definitely a sentimental and really nice feeling that a lot of Cardinals fans have about it. But I think at the end of the day, most Cardinals fans would tell you, that's all well and good. I'm all about the sentiment. However, when's that next World Series coming? And the thing of that is, Yadi, Albert, Waino, they feel the same way. You talk to Albert Pujols and you hear him speak, and he'll say, it's all great. I like the nostalgia of it all, but I kind of want to move on to talk about what we need to do to win a world championship. And so I think the fact that you've got veteran players like that, and then you count a Goldschmidt and an Arenado who are equally motivated, that's kind of the recipe that the Cardinals thought they could develop by bringing Albert Pujols back this season. And so far, it seems to be working.
Well, it's still very early in the season, but do you think this is a mix of players and, a new skipper now? Do you think this is a mix that maybe could make that kind of run and be in contention for a title?
I really do. And the caveat to that is always, what's the health going to be like? If you start to lose players to injury, especially in that starting rotation, things can go down a slippery slope rather quickly. However, I think the Cardinals have depth in some important areas. We're seeing them test a little bit of that right now without Jack Flaherty. You add a guy like that back in the next few weeks to maybe a month, and that's a boost to this team in an area that really matters. And so you feel good about the rotation if healthy. You look at the offense. Yeah, there's a few guys that could still stand to pick it up a little bit. But all in all, I think you've got a pretty good group, and Oli Marmol is going to be able to use those guys in different roles that can extract the most value out of each player. I think that's valuable for a team with the designs on a championship that the Cardinals have. And I mentioned the bullpen. You feel really good about some of the guys down there. Giovanni Gallegos, kind of your closer, but we've seen Andre Palante, the rookie reliever, have a nice start to the season. Ryan Helsley looks good as well. I think they've got the talent in all areas of this roster, not to mention the defensive makeup of the team that won 5 Gold Gloves a year ago. They've got the pieces. It's just a matter of being able to put it together at the right time come October. I do expect this Cardinals team to be in the playoffs. You just got to hope for a little bit of health luck and a little bit of luck of the diamond to be able to get it done when October rolls around. But certainly you look across the room in the clubhouse, they've got the experience to be able to make that happen. So I feel like where the Cardinals are right now, fans can feel pretty good about being able to watch some good baseball come this autumn.
Well, when you look a little bit in the nearer future, Monday to be exact, they're going to be meeting Max Scherzer and the Mets. You know, what do you see from that series? What are some important things you think they might need to key in on there?
Boy, well, Max Scherzer, for one, is a difficult customer, as fans in Columbia, Missouri, and Mizzou Tiger fans well know. That's never going to be an easy one. You just want to try to work your at-bats and try to get him into deep counts. And maybe if you're lucky enough, you get Max Scherzer out of the game after 5 or 6 innings of scoreless baseball instead of 8 or 9. That's kind of the key going in there. But you mentioned the Mets in general. They've had a really good start to the season as well and are in first place in the NL East. And so it's not going to be easy. They've got a pretty good pitching staff, a solid bullpen, and offensive players that can make it happen as well. So for the Cardinals, for me, it's just about their lineup, having those consistent at-bats. Doesn't matter who you're facing on the other side. Work counts and be able to put good swings on the ball. And they could have a chance in this series. It's always about just taking a series when you can get it, especially against those top teams. And the Mets are certainly one of those, at least so far this season.
Well, Brenden, I appreciate your time tonight. Remind our viewers, what nights can they catch you and Andy Humphrey, your co-host, on The Big Show?
Absolutely. The Fun and Games with Andy and I every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on KTGR and KTGR.com. It's a good time. Would love to have you guys along for the ride.
I know I listen to him. Y'all should too. All right, Brenden, I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your Sunday night. For the rest of you guys, we'll be right back after the break.